James Gunn's Batman the Brave and the Bold is shaping up to be one of the most daring moves in comic book movie history, but with a slight twist. Because if the rumors are true, this film could flip decades of DC tradition on its head. From the tone, to the Bat family, to who might actually wear the cowl. And trust me, this is where the DCU's roadmap gets dark, emotional, and controversial. But before we dive in, if you love DC and you hyped for the new era of Batman, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. It really helps the channel grow, and you'll get more cinematic breakdowns like this one in the future. Now, let's dive deep into Gotham's next chapter.
The hell are these things?
Unlike Matt Reeves' The Batman universe, which leans into noir realism, James Gunn and Andy Muschietti's The Brave and the Bold is reportedly taking a totally different path. One that blends emotion, legacy, and comic book spectacle. According to multiple insiders, including reports from The Hollywood Reporter and Variety, Gunn wants to tell a story that's not about becoming Batman, but about being Batman. We're skipping the origin story. No pearls falling, no alleyway tragedy. Instead, this Batman is already a legend. Older, hardened, and haunted. He's been through it all. Gotham's underworld knows his name. But the new twist? He's now a father.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
That's right. The Brave and the Bold will introduce Damian Wayne, Batman's biological son, trained by the League of Assassins and raised by Talia al Ghul. If you're new to the comics, here's the breakdown. Damian isn't your typical Robin. He's not bright-eyed or cheerful. He's brutal, arrogant, raised to kill. And in the comics, Damian doesn't just challenge Bruce as a sidekick, he challenges him as a man. He forces Bruce to face the one thing he can't control, his own blood. Now, according to the Hot Mic podcast with Jeff Snyder, the tone of this film will lean heavily into that father-son tension. Think Logan meets The Dark Knight Returns, a story that's not just about saving Gotham, but about saving family. This is where things get messy and controversial. Rumors have been swirling for months about who will take on the mantle of Batman in this new DCU. We've heard names like Jake Gyllenhaal, Jensen Ackles, and even Josh Brolin, all strong contenders for an older, battle-hardened Bruce Wayne. But one name that recently caught fire online? Jon Hamm. Yeah, the Mad Men star. According to fan speculation and whispers from a few industry voices on X, Hamm's commanding presence and voice make him a top fan pick.
What?
But here's where it gets interesting. Some insiders claim Gunn may go for a lesser-known actor, and that could be genius. Because unlike the Snyder era, Gunn's DCU seems to be prioritizing character longevity over star power. Someone who can carry this role for a decade, appear in crossovers, and evolve alongside Damian. What do you think? Should DC cast a household name? Or start fresh with someone new?
Who are you?
James Gunn personally handpicked Andy Muschietti after directing The Flash, which, regardless of what you think about the film, proved one thing. Muschietti knows how to balance emotion with epic superhero spectacle. And in an interview, Gunn mentioned that Muschietti gets Batman on a deep level. But as you know, fans are split in this area. Some argue that The Flash's chaotic tone disqualifies him. Others think Muschietti's darker instincts, seen in It and Mama, make him perfect for the morally gray world of Batman and Damian. Personally, I think Gunn is playing 4D chess here. Because if Muschietti can capture the emotional beats between Bruce and Damian the same way he handled Barry and his mother in The Flash, we might be getting one of the most emotionally layered Batman stories ever put to screen. For the first time in live action, we're getting the Bat family in full. Not just Batman and Robin, but Nightwing, Batgirl, maybe even Red Hood. According to recent rumors from DCU leaks on X, Gunn's script references a Bat family dynamic already in place. That means this world already has history. Years of missions, loss, and legacy baked into it. Imagine opening the film with Batman returning to the Batcave, glancing at Jason Todd's empty Robin suit. No dialogue, just silence. That kind of visual storytelling could hit harder than any exposition dump. And it fits Gunn's overall DCU philosophy, a connected universe that feels lived in, not rebooted. But some fans fear introducing the entire Bat family too early might overcrowd the story. Tell me what you think. Is Gunn rushing it? Or are we finally seeing DC embrace its full potential from day one? If you're wondering where Gunn is pulling inspiration from, look no further than Grant Morrison's legendary Batman and Son run from 2006. In that story, Bruce Wayne discovers that Talia al Ghul secretly raised their son Damian to be a weapon. And when Damian enters Bruce's life, chaos follows. He's violent, he's entitled, and he doesn't respect the code. It's a perfect narrative for a DCU that's trying to merge heart and chaos, fatherhood and legacy. And Gunn's been open about being a Morrison fan. He even called the Batman and Son arc one of the best modern Batman stories ever written. Expect philosophical depth, questions about morality versus survival, and legacy versus evolution. This movie will be about what happens when your greatest challenge isn't your enemies, but your own family. According to James Gunn's roadmap, The Brave and the Bold falls under Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. That means it's part of the early foundation of the DCU alongside Superman. But while Superman was focused on a young Clark Kent finding his identity, that man's story will focus on legacy and consequence. And it's no coincidence these two characters are being rebooted together. Insiders believe their paths will eventually cross, setting up the new World's Finest. Maybe not in Brave and the Bold, but definitely in the crossover films Gunn's already teased. Could you imagine a slightly older Batman mentoring a still developing Superman? That dynamic alone could redefine their partnership for a whole new generation. Let's talk visuals. Multiple reports suggest that Gotham in The Brave and the Bold will be stylized, a mix of Gothic architecture and futuristic tech. Concept art seen by insiders hints at something between Batman the Animated Series and Arkham Knight, which makes sense. I think it's time we finally got a fantastical and mythic Gotham City. This Gotham won't exist on the same Earth as Matt Reeves' Batman universe. That means two Batmen running side by side. And Gunn's even confirmed that Reeves' Batman is Elseworlds. So, for the first time ever, DC is confidently letting multiple Batmen exist without confusion. It's bold and risky, but it might just work. If Gunn pulls this off, The Brave and the Bold could redefine Batman's cinematic legacy. Because this isn't just about Bruce Wayne anymore. It's about the idea of Batman, how it evolves, how it's inherited, how it changes the people around him. We might be witnessing the beginning of something bigger. A multi-generational Batman saga that finally gives us closure on decades of missed opportunities. And if this rumor is true, if Gunn really plans to make Batman the emotional core of the DCU, then The Brave and the Bold could be the backbone of everything to come.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
The new DCU is walking a tightrope between nostalgia and innovation. The Brave and the Bold might just be the film that decides whether this entire universe soars or collapses under its own ambition. So the question now is simple. Is this the Batman story we've been waiting for? Or the one that'll divide the fandom forever? And that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this breakdown, click here to see how I would do the Batman saga for James Gunn's DCU. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and tell me below, who do you want to see play Batman in The Brave and the Bold?
I'm Batman.